Here we are with Broken Worlds, Exalted, Skeleton Keys, Episode 8. I am Devin, the referee. We are in May 2018. To my left, we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Tepid Burrell.
Kevin playing Poison Orchid.
Alright, you two. What transpired last session?
We kicked the shit out of one lady and stole a book.
Talking book.
A talking book.
We got the fucking Necronomicon.
Yes, you did get a book bound in human flesh, written inked in human blood.
And it has a face, so.
But really, who doesn't at this point?
And then we lectured the sorceress about doing that cool thing that we do. Know your place.
Also, like, we could have just killed her.
Yeah.
We didn't.
We didn't. Just like the Elephant Man that we did before.
It would be awfully shitty of her to try to get revenge when we told her not to.
We told her not.
Don't you do it.
Would it be awfully shitty, or would it be endlessly amusing for you? Like, you're basically doing it because you're danger sluts.
Yeah. So why would we let any of these people live?
Why wouldn't you? If I was Exalted, I would let so many people live. Come back and defy me.
It's always worked really well in every Exalted game we've played. So just let everyone live.
Right? Like, at the edge of at the edge of a building at sword point being like, leave here and never fucking return again.
And you just
then
wink.
You spit on them. You wink. Validate their parking.
Rent them out a room at a hotel for when they come back.
Fucking Christ. Open a line of credit in your name for them.
Christ.
So, we find ourselves back in the estate of Poison Orchid. It is a bustle with the activities of your gang members and their various side operations and ploys to gain, resources, money, power. Where have you enshrined the Paw Wraith?
That's the name of the book.
Oh, right. Deep in the back of the manor in a glass cabinet that we can, it's audible, but nobody can actually fucking touch it.
Of course.
Because, these people are dipshits.
Your gang is unwise at the best of times. So, in the last episode, you two learned the location of an informant who knows about Aunt Skull, the enigmatic leader of the No Hope Way practitioners, who dabbles in destruction and artifice.
Sure does dabble.
How would you like to proceed?
Well, there's that tavern or whatnot.
There's a meeting place of sorts, a bar or a coffee shop in the sewer culverts of the city where all of the rain is endlessly poured off of.
In the sewers.
Well, the rain goes into a sluice and they hang out there where the water, muffles sound.
So it'd be likely best to go there and shake down these informants.
You know where the place is, and you can definitely, head to it. What are you bringing with you?
Oh, a fair swath of my gang.
Me and my weapons.
Your Bloodborne style unfoldy weapons? Aren't your weapons just your hands at this point? Oh, and the guillotine.
I have a flying guillotine, I have a brace of knives. I've never used the knives in this game because the other weapons are much better. Not even mechanically better. The flying guillotine has just the same, tags or whatever.
It's so spook.
It's the flying guillotine. I'm going to use that.
It's a giant farm equipment blade you've put on a chain.
That's not what it is.
It's the equivalent of what it is. It's scary as shit. Knives are knives, but it's hey, this is used to, break rocks and cut stumps in half, and I just put it on a chain and whip it around. People are like, oh, God. That's what most people envision when they think of a flying guillotine. This angry piece of metal that's on a chain chomp leash. So, you guys are taking your gang and you head through the city of Ten Gods Mountain. Your entourage in tow. Someone holding an umbrella over you?
Yes.
Makes sense.
As per the usual.
So yeah, a procession of the dead, led by their enigmatic, to use that word again, Dark Messiah, and a Prince of the Earth from the living world, lead down the street. People give you a wide berth, like merchants sort of shutter their windows and people go into alleyways. They know what's coming.
They're like, also, we heard you just attacked the musicians guild, so no one's safe.
Yeah, given we've just been assaulting people every day for the past week.
Yeah. Yeah. So, following the rainwater, which is actually a pretty good way to find this place, there's eventually a sort of inverted well carved into the ground. Like instead of it sticking out and being brick shod, it's inverted down and brick shod, so it doesn't erode as much. Where the water just kind of drains in mass amounts.
Okay, it's just a hole. I was confused.
Yeah, but it's been reinforced, so it won't erode and, you know.
You said inverted well. I thought you meant like a pillar. And I was like, the word is pillar, Devin.
Not a rock. It has a, it's sort of angled almost like a tunnel. So it's not like you just drop down in. You walk in. Yeah, no problem. Let's just... Alright, we're back. So yeah, there is storm drain leading to, presumably, the cafe that you're seeking out. A place where a criminal element congeals in the city.
Well, we can't have that.
You can't have criminals.
Just knock it into the pit.
So, heading on through the tunnel and the storm drains, you can hear the rushing of water. It sounds like rhythmic, almost like a vein or a pulse. As it hits various stops but then put into place, let the water rush over and create rapids. You know, more noise pollution. Kind of a nice fading background white noise. And eventually meets up with other of these here into a larger kind of river, and there's side bits of it to walk. This is all made of carved stone that's been covered in plaster and been smoothed over time to be kind of sealed watertight and not, erode its way through, though eventually it will. No construction's perfect, and it's not like this was made by magic. But eventually there is a series of waterfalls, almost like, what do you call it? Niagara Falls, all flowing over into a central pool that gathers water and slowly drains away, but is always full because of the amount of water going into it and the amount of rain. The drop is not huge. It's like a 10-foot drop at most, and the pool of water gives way to a sort of crescent landing area that has people. Just, tables and lanterns and oil. There are teas and burning lanterns and pots that are just boiling water and just creating noise and creating atmosphere. And it looks like, 20, 30 people just hanging out down here, trading with each other, playing cards, playing mahjong, and interacting. They look crimey. A lot of them, they have death wounds from being hung or being executed, missing eyes. Some of them have brands on their face and the back of their neck that say criminals, criminal, slave, that sort of thing. Prisoner. And you're here.
How are we going to approach this?
I could simply have him retrieved.
And Skull? No,
No.
it's meeting a person who knows, right?
Fingor.
Right. Suppose. We have a lot more people than they do.
Okay, I'm gonna send my men out to kind of herd in Fingor.
You're gonna see if you can't notice them?
I'm gonna send my men out to find him.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
Instead of going out and calling his name or something, because that sounds.
All right, your men start going around in different directions around the Niagara Falls area to the little walk downs to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I'm trying to find my cafe music.
Instead of Disney music.
Right. Let me pause. All right, we're back. Your ghost entourage files off in either direction into the cafe below, and you can kind of just see it playing out from your stance above. So they go in, and they start tap people on the shoulder, asking them if they've seen a guy called Fingor. Someone like stands up to them, like they start stepping to them. The guys like grab the guy. A fist fight breaks out immediately. They're flipping tables. A dude grabs a chair and breaks over someone's back. One dude's getting punched in the throat a bunch of times. A bunch of them grab one ghost and like start drowning him in the water and like waterboarding him because he can't drown, but he can definitely, he can't die, but he can definitely drown. It turns into chaos immediately.
Isn't it for the best that we did not go down there ourselves? So one of my gang members holding up like a pair of binoculars on a long rod, just over my eyes.
Starting shit.
Well, we'll let them talk themselves out. Get all the fight out of them.
Eventually, they start like waving at you, like, "We got him."
Perfect.
They're like tying him to a chair.
I guess we'll head over.
You descend down from your position of smugness. Okay, there is a wraith there. He's a man. He's covered in what looks like porter clothing, like the kind of dirty worksman clothes you get from a dock worker. His hands look like they were clearly broken, but still move and stuff. And he's just tied to a chair, looking beaten up as your gang's there. They have like table legs and like bits of glass in their hand. One dude has a sword that is sticking through his stomach that he's pulling out. You found the guy, boss.
I look to the guy. What's your name?
Fingor.
Fingor. It's blood metal.
Blood metal?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure they actually got the right guy, because oh, my name's Finn, and they're like, "We got him, boss! We got him!"
Or they're like, "Are you Fingor? Are you Fingor?" And you're just like, yes, okay. Oh my god.
Right?
I am if you want me to be.
Please don't kill me. Please don't make it so appealing.
We're trying to find Aunt Skull, right? That's why we're ruffling this guy up.
That's why we're here, right?
You're ruffling him up. Yeah, I think that's what we want. No Hope Way people.
Okay.
They did tell us that, right? Yeah, Fingor, blood metal, which...
Did he die from like, what's that called? Mercury poisoning?
What?
Mercury poisoning. It's the metal that gets in your blood and you die horribly.
I just thought it sounded intimidating. Please don't kill me.
Oh, that's not why we're here. We're looking for a woman named Aunt Skull.
A lot of other people in the bar like make like an audible gasp.
And, well, we were told that you could send us in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I can't... If I tell you where Auntie Skull lives, I'll get into a lot of trouble.
But think of it this way, if we had gone in and just persuaded you, which it would have worked either way, then you would have been in more trouble because you would have given up willingly. In this case, we've, tied you to a chair. We could break more of those fingers. We could do many, many things, and, well, less trouble.
Can you... I don't want to be smelted into soul steel.
I suppose we could give you sanctuary. We do have a rather secure place.
You're those champions, right? Right?
Like, you are literally called a champion of death?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a champion of death.
You're a champion of Earth, though.
Using a euphemism for Exalted, so he doesn't
Okay.
say the name of the game with the trademark next to it. It always sounds a little weird even when it's appropriate.
You want to get sued?
The Shinin.
Yes, that's us.
Yeah, alright. I can tell you where Aunt Skull is. Sure.
Excellent.
We want to not be here so we don't say it in front of all these people.
Oh, yes.
Smart.
Bring him along in the chair.
An arrow flies from...
Can I stop it?
One moment, let me describe. An arrow is flying down from where you guys were standing at, or previously. Now, what do you want to do with it?
I want to stop the arrow from killing him.
It wasn't going to kill him, it was actually going to hit the table in between you two.
Okay.
Is that okay? Can that happen?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I just didn't want our fucking hostage guy to die.
Fucking lord,
This isn't
right?
fucking Star Wars.
Keeps happening. Alright, a sharp arrowhead whizzes in between you and the guy in the chair into the table in front of you, and there's like sticking out of it. It looks like it's been like whittled out of like wood and stuff, and it's been metal capped. It doesn't have the big fantasy European broadhead. It's just sharp and fletched. Stop right there, criminals.
Who is yeah.
Does everyone in the bar look up?
Everyone in the bar.
Everyone kind of looks up at the mouth of the waterfall. There are 6 people there. They all look and are dressed sort of like immaculate monks.
Oh.
Like they're wearing like the robes and like lamellar armor that you come to expect from someone from realm or bookshine culture. Yeah, there are 6 of them, and it's really easy to tell that there is 4 men, 2 women, and they all have a variety of weapons out that look like they're vaguely enchanted, probably not capital A artifacts, and they're just posing there at the top.
Oh, people from the Blessed Isle. Your people.
They're ghosts. Again, everyone's dead.
Hello there.
We have no quarrel with you, Prince of the Earth, but step aside. Heresy has been committed against the Immaculate Doctrine. Heresy has been committed against the people of this city. One of them levels a sword at you, and it was you, Death Knight.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
You will come to know all of us. The leader, who has like fire element patterns on him and crimson robes. It's like Geki, his right-hand man, dressed in black, who has a battle axe. Goshi, a woman who is in blue air aspect armor, styled armor with a lance. Dana. Yeah, I'm going down the list. It's happening.
There's no posing
yeah.
force.
It's happening. A man in yellow who is wielding daggers that look like they have a dragon design to them. Boy, a woman in pink with the bow, May, and a man in green who has actual strong aspect markings, even though he's clearly a spook. Burai, and he's unarmed. He looks like he's a martial artist.
I see.
Yeah, this is happening. This is happening.
May I ask what I have done to welcome this chance meeting?
They 3 and 3, or 2 go one way, 2 go another way to meet up with you, and then the front 2, Geki and Barai, they both kind of hop down from the waterfall and just run across the water to pincer meet up with you guys, so you're technically surrounded by all 6 of them. You and your spectral horde came in and defiled our monastery. You took something from the spirit of these people. We looked into your motivations and movements in the city. You've been doing nothing but cause auspicious events.
Auspicious means good, doesn't it?
Auspicious means notable.
Okay. That's what?
I am a champion of death. Everything I do is auspicious.
Not everything you do is good for the city.
I do try my best, however.
Cavorting with necromancers, dealing in forsaken artifice, stealing our high priestess.
Borrowed, I would say. She was returned, yes?
In a sense, but in a much greater sense, you have transgressed against our order. You have sullied the name of our temple, and that honor must be met.
Are any of the people here with me the ones who,
Yeah, totally.
He's just kind of gonna raise his cloak a bit over there. Cover them up a bit. You must forgive my men. They are exuberant in their eagerness to please.
It is not in the dragon's nature to forgive, especially those that go against the natural order of life.
I'm sorry. You are aware of your very nature, yes?
Our nature does not stop the purity of our mission to help citizens of the Immaculate Order reach their true potential. It is a penitence we've taken upon ourselves past death, a loyalty.
This music makes it too funny.
I mean, there's worse music I could have on. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna show you what that worst music is. All right, we're back. This is the worst music. Heroes have come. Immaculate heroes.
Are all immaculate monks like this?
Yes.
He just puts a big hand on your shoulder. I'm so sorry.
Listen, brothers and sisters, you must surely agree that having dangerous artifacts in the hands of those who do not understand them would be detrimental to the city.
It would go against the natural order, which is why we must keep cretins such as these away from them, lest they seem to molest the peace that the city exists under.
We found many artifacts being misused in this city. Specifically, recently, a book which fools and incompetents were trying to use to gain themselves power, which would have actually opened a hole to Malpheus. My friend and I here are gathering them up to keep them safely away from those who would do damage to Ten Gods Mountain.
If your goal is so noble, then why desecrate our shrine? How are we working in alliance if you seek to strike against our sacredness?
Teach me to read.
We had great need of your most noble princess's abilities. Her great ability to read.
And what would you do after? Continue hoarding your instruments of destruction?
Better to keep them safe than in the hands of those who would abuse them.
Your words speak of peace and of cooperation, but what of your actions? What do you offer as a sign of good faith?
Why, just earlier this week, we rid the city of the Reavers? What were they?
The Hungry Ronin.
The Hungry Ronin, yes.
We came to a peaceful resolution and returned the goods they had stolen. Is that a bad thing to say? 'Cause it's
No,
good.
it's good.
Like, sorry, we're not just
They're
going
talking
around,
amongst
we're not
themselves.
just going around murdering everybody.
They're talking amongst themselves. You hear Barai, the unarmed fighter, the green Immaculate Monk. What have they done for us lately?
That is lately, you asshole! Also, just yesterday we got that book safe. I just said that!
That was yesterday. Perhaps the situation isn't as black and white as we had first thought. Or yin and yang.
Indeed, I am sure we can come to an accord.
As a sign of good faith and restitution, will you surrender that blasphemous tome to our temple to be sanctified and sealed away from intruders?
We have learned much from it, haven't we?
I don't think anything else as long as they don't fuck with it. Yeah. Okay, like, are we actually whispering this in character?
Oh yeah, so
You
I guess
say
we
you're
can just say it
whispering,
out
you
loud,
can
yeah.
talk loud to the
yeah.
mic.
No, I just wasn't sure if we were actually even talking in character. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so we'll confer, I guess.
Yeah, huddle up.
Huddle
Huddle up under your cloak.
I don't want to be in there.
You really don't want to be in there.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, we have learned, as far as I'm aware, anything we would need to know from it, and I suppose we just go back to it and read from it again if we want to know more from the book. They're not going to stop us.
No, they're really not.
Them keeping it safe. Well, your guys broke into their temple and stole their priestess. Their temple's obviously not very safe.
That is true.
And And also, we don't want them to touch it because they might get corrupted by it.
Do these look like the sort that would be corrupted?
Maybe. They still shouldn't touch it. I don't know how
I mean, one of
powerful
them's a Green Ranger.
that-
We know how that goes. Oh, this would be an excuse for me to allow some of my men into the monastery at all times to, help them keep an eye on it.
We could also just make a safer case for it.
Oh, true.
Though they might be able to help. They might have some kind of holy magic still, even though they're dead. I don't know how they work.
Yeah, they have occultism.
Yeah, exactly.
Spiritualism.
They actually may be able to help us make a safer case for it than just glass, which your men do love to break.
Oh, yes, they do. True enough. And I suppose if we keep it quiet that it is at the monastery, no one will go for it.
Exactly. People will think we still have it. Also, if it does get stolen from them, then we just prove that we actually are the best people to keep it, and we'll still get it back from whoever idiot stole it.
True enough. Then are we agreed?
Yeah, this is a good way to make connections.
Very well. We shall hand the book over on the agreement that you allow us to aid in the security of said book.
They huddle up and come back. Very well, Deathwalker. But know this. It is only because this accord seems to be orchestrated by your righteous Prince of the Earth here that we allow your spurious words to create this peace.
Everyone else respects you more than me, so just let this happen.
I am humbled by your generosity and charity. If truly yours is a noble cause.
It's too much. I can't help it. No game can be serious.
Yeah, it's not in our nature.
We tried, listeners. We tried to be super serial.
We're still, not being overly ridiculous. Also, I forgot I could walk on water. Just random
Until the
state.
ghost reminded you.
Yeah, until
Like,
they
oh,
were
right,
like,
I can
yeah.
do that.
And I was like, oh, I can just walk. I didn't even have to use the stairs. I could just climb down. So I was like, I was gonna climb down the walls, and I was like, well, they're watery, so I'll probably slip. I was like, I could just walk down them.
Very well. Will you come with us to my estate?
Let us make haste out of this den of impropriety.
We
Pick up the guy in the
chair
chair.
dance him home.
More people just avoid you on the street as you walk back, because now you have the Immaculate monks with you.
Right?
The very special Immaculate monks.
They have, just secondhand embarrassment being nearby. It's just like, oh.
Alright, let's just pause. Okay, so, your entourage arrives back at your estate. The Immaculate monks just enter with you.
All right.
We don't have anything criminally in here. Like, we
No.
do, but not like anything like they're gonna see it and be like hissing. Well, we have. Do you have that coffin? You have that coffin.
Yeah, I
It
have
looks
that coffin.
creepy. They might be angry at the creepiness of it. Guide them away from that room.
Yeah,
Around
yeah.
that
I'll just
room.
guide them to the hallways, to the back room where we keep the book.
Alright, the book is there. You've brought new disciples.
Oh yes, these soldiers will be the one to care for you from now on. It's been a short, wonderful time with you, but well,
These people look like they're not interested in learning. Their minds are closed. Seize your prattle, Tome of Darkness. It'll be into a vault you go, sealed away from light and sound. You will not corrupt these lands anymore.
yes, I'm sure you will get along wonderfully.
They, yeah, I guess they'll, like, hang out here, take a look at the book and stuff. They'll confer with you on how to properly, like, store and get it out of here and whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But, yeah, it's not really about them, because you have the guy in the chair. The man in the chair, Nicole.
Yeah, they didn't seem to give any care about him, so I guess we'll
It's vulnerable.
I guess we'll go speak with him.
Alright, you go to Fingor Blood Metal.
That name.
Right.
Well, I guess we can untie you now. Because I suppose we could have untied you back at the bar, but, well.
Yay! I got times like rubbing his wrists. Okay, Anti-Skull has... It's hard to find where they are, but their practitioners are like all throughout the city. They come out of like alleyways and like storms and drains and stuff. So I think their estate's underground. Whenever I've met up with them, it's been at this old execution square.
Whereabouts?
It gives you approximate directions, basically. Like you can find your place there. It's like it's where they used to execute heretics.
Simple enough. Anything we need to be cautious of? Traps?
Aunt Skull is dangerous and powerful. And she has a lot of practitioners, and they're all like dark exorcists.
Right, yes, as some have mentioned. Very well, excellent. Welcome to the Ivory Tongue.
Hooray!
Pace him.
Medium pace.
Yes.
Wait, what? And they start dragging away, he's kicking and screaming, going, No! No! Into the room with the Nephrax.
Oh no! I forgot about them.
They're gonna jump him into the guild. Imagine it to be the scream that Chang in Community makes when he's being dragged away, like, no!
Very well. Dark exorcists. I suppose we should look into ways to defend ourselves against them.
I'm not sure what exactly that would mean, but it sounds like it would affect you more than me.
Most likely, especially my followers.
Yes.
So, like, dark exorcists, does that mean they can just exorcise other ghosts? And, like,
Yeah, they fuck with ghosts, they have weird, nebulous occult powers, they're dangerous, dark, like, cultists.
Okay. I want to find a way to protect against that. So that they don't exorcise my gang.
Yeah.
Huh. Occult protection. A tall order. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like a Query of the Cosmos roll.
Oh, yes.
Like, just thinking of what you would do, because you're a Zenith cast, so this sounds like you're going to be communing with, Oblivion.
As per usual.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll have to go into like a meditative trance and figure out a way to apply your your death priest powers to them.
Mm-hmm. Query the Cosmos. I'm doing meditation. Eight.
All right, let me just pause it all up here. Okay, with that 8, you're given a sort of cryptic riddle that isn't exactly as helpful as you think it'd be, but you're able to decode it. I'm not going to make a riddle in the fiction because it would be specific to, like, occult necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you, Kevin, are going to figure that out because it'll be so vague and dumb.
Yeah, I get you.
But Poison Orchid can figure it out. You're able to piece together a necromantic ritual that you can apply to your men that will render them not quite as acceptable to the ways of the no-hope practitioners. The ingredients for it are readily available in this trade town, but they cost wealth 4.
I don't have immediate access to a lot of wealth either.
Do you have wealth 3? Your guild has wealth 3?
I have wealth 6 in total,
Oh,
but I have
shit.
to make them cough it up, which is difficult.
Well, you are convincing them that this is going to make them not die.
Mm.
Like, this is literally for them that you're doing this.
Yeah, but I'm also dragging them along to it. What are the ingredients? Is there another way to get them other than buying them? Stealing.
You could definitely steal these from the market providers. Like, just go in and threaten them.
Probably not the best move to make immediately after being like, no, Immaculate Monk, we're totally trying to make the city better.
That's a fair point.
You could try harvesting the ingredients from the natural underworld.
My character was a botanist, or a gardener, rather.
There you are. There are things like fossilized remains of specters, or like funerary trappings, iconographs from tombs.
Where's the best place to find that kind of thing?
The city itself is rife with it, and the small temples and mausoleums like dot its exterior.
Sounds like we could do that then.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that takes a lot of time to like grow or something like that.
No, you basically be ravaging the countryside for it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright. Well, in that case, let me see here. Here, let me pause. Alright, so you send out your minions to take care of this work for you, because why are you going on adventures? And you got a 12, which means the boss roll you made, your boss goes down by 1, because you spend it on them, and they'll go out and do it.
Yeah.
And they'll bitch and moan every step of the way, but they will come back with a panoply of like rated tomb material, reagents, incenses, funeral wrappings, fossilized bits of specters that have been just entombed below, and that'll allow you to do your ritual.
Perfect.
Let me just pause because we got dishes here. Alright, so you gather up the men that you're bringing with you to go fight Ant Skull, or at least deal with Ant Skull. And there is, writing involved, and pictograms, and the 5 directions, and chanting and sacrifices to the Neverborn into Oblivion involved, and they are all marked.
Significantly more horrifying then.
Yes, a dark wind blows through your temple, a chill wind that puts out all the lights.
Is this a permanent thing?
No.
Okay.
It's just a thing.
Just a thing.
It's just a cool thing. It'd be a little easier if you were the Hunger, because then you could just be all like, sorcery! Whatever I want!
Yeah, that's fine. Rituals are fun.
Alright, so, your gang is ready, your people are good to go, and you're going to go invade Aunt Skull's redoubt, or her base, or her hideaway.
Yep.
Perfect. And yeah, the monks will eventually leave your place with the book, the Paw Wraith, and seal it away inside their temple where it can't hurt anyone.
Excellent.
If we ever do need information from that book again, it's probably going to be reluctant.
You can probably just break it. So. It's like, I'm going to start bending your spine.
Oh my god, cover you in chocolate. What are we, Nicole? Is there any prep work that Burrell's going to do?
I don't think we need anything. I think I'm going to, no, I'm not going to die. It's not a problem. I think it's fine. I was like, usually before missions, if you have any important information, you should tell people about it before you go. So I was going to tell my grandma that we can find out how to do Argos without, what's his name? I was like, I'm not going to die. There's no risk with that. That's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just going to go.
Immortal. Alright, well that's a good place to end it there for this session, listeners. It was a fun little adventure in dealing with spooks, specters, and knights. Heroes. Immaculate monks. So, I was Devin.
Nicole?
Kevin?
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.